Page 334. Oh, the many faces of Christian Grey. Will I ever be able to understand this mercurial man? I peek up at him in the elevator. He's enjoying a private joke, a trace of smile flittering with his lovely mouth. I feel that it may be at my expense. What was I thinking? I'm going to see if his parents, and I'm not wearing any underwear. My subconscious gives me a unhelpful "I told you so" expression. In the relatively safety of his apartment, it seems like fun, a teasing idea. Now I'm almost outside with no panties. He peers down at me, and if there, the charge building between us. The amused look disappears from his face and his expression clouds, his eyes dark. Oh my. The elevator door opens on the ground floor. Christian shakes his head as if it's to clear his thoughts and gestures for me to exit before him in a most gentlemanly manner. Who's he kidding? He's no gentleman. He has my panties. Taylor pulls up in the large Audi. Christian opens the rear door for me, and I climb inside, as engaged as I can, considering my state of wanton undress. I'm grateful that Kate's plum dress is so clingy and hangs to the top of my knees. We speed up to Interstate 5, both of us quiet, no doubt inhibited by Taylor's steady presence in the front. Christian's mood is almost tangible, and he seems to shift, the humour dispensing slow as we lead north. He's brooding, staring out the window, and I know he's slipping away from me. What's he thinking? I can't ask him. What can I say in front of Taylor? Where did you learn to dance? I ask tentatively. He turns to gaze at me, his eyes unreadable beneath his interminable light of the passing street lamps. Do you really want to know? He replies softly. My heart sinks, and now I don't, because I can guess. Yes, I murmur reluctantly. Mrs. Robertson was fond of dancing. Oh my, were suspicions confirmed? She has taught him well, and the thought depresses me. There's nothing I can teach him. I have no special skill. She must have been a good teacher. She was. My scalp prickles. Did she have the best of him before we became so close? Or did she bring him out of himself? If he has such a fun, playful side, I smile involuntarily as I recall being in his arms, as he spuns me around his living room, so unexpected, has my panties somewhere. And then there's the red room of pain. I rub my wrists reflectively. Thin stripes of plastic will do that to a girl. She thought of him, of all that, too, or ruined him, depending on one's point of view. Or perhaps he would have found his way there anyway in spite of Mrs. R. I realise that in that moment I hate her. I hope that I never meet her, because I'll not be responsible for my actions if I do. I can't remember ever feeling this passionately about anyone, especially someone I've never met. Gazing unseeing out of the window, I nurse my irregular anger and jealousy. My mind drifts back to the afternoon. Given what I understand of his preferences, I think he's been easy on me. What would I do again? If I can pretend to pull up an argument against that, of course I would. If he asks me, as long as he didn't hurt me, and that's the only way to be with him. That's the bottom line. I want to be with him. My inner goddess signs with relief. I reach the conclusion that she rarely uses her brain to think, but other vital part of her anatomy, and the moment it's a rather exposed part. Don't, he murmurs. I frown and turn to look at him. Don't what? I haven't touched him. I overthink things, Anastasia. Reaching out, he grasps my hand and draws it to his lips. He kisses me knuckles gently. I had a wonderful afternoon, thank you. And he's back with me again. I blink up at him and smile. Shyly, he's so confusing. I ask a question that he's been buggering me.